So on top of that, Packers making some moves as well. Obviously, we'll talk about the cap and kind of like how that has altered some decisions, but extending Aaron Rodgers. The last time that I was here was smack dab in the middle of August. Rodgers has just come back, and it was, okay, let's move forward. And, there was a whole offseason with drama and back and forth, and what wound up happening is he extended now. So can you speak to kind of how that relationship has evolved from there was a lot of friction that was going on last offseason to now this season? Aaron is going to be in the green and gold for the foreseeable future.
Obviously, I think Aaron deserves the credit. I mean, he was able to come back, and he's obviously still playing at a very high level, back-to-back MVPs. But I think, Brian Gutekunst especially deserves credit. I think he's really reached out and made a genuine effort to include and involve Aaron. And obviously Matt LaFleur has done a great job with Aaron. You look, we kind of take it for granted, but Aaron he's a great quarterback. Will be in the Hall of Fame, but the last 2 or 3 years under Matt, he's really improved his play.
Yes.
And I think Matt and Aaron have worked together. I mean, Matt has his system, but I think they kind of evolved a little bit to what works best for Aaron. And the last person I really need to give credit to is Russ Ball, who figured out a way to squeeze in Aaron's contract. We're just so fortunate to have somebody who oversees our salary cap.
Sure.
Has so much experience.
Because there's some backflips and hurdles that need to be jumped. We talked about this last year and 2 years ago about COVID and how that really started to restrict the cap going down. And we see in the next few years that it is supposed to go up, which will help somewhat. And we'll kind of jump through that in a moment. But in terms of, bringing back Rodgers, one of the things that he said after the 49ers loss was that he didn't want to be part of a rebuild.
Sure.
And I think that, and I want to get your take on this, that speaks to how they view the Packers, at least short-term future, that this is not a team that's in a rebuild. This is a team that's going to be able to contend for a championship.
Yeah, I think realistically, when you have a MVP, elite quarterback, you have a chance to win a Super Bowl every year. And doesn't guarantee you anything, but really you look at, especially the last 3 years, I mean, we've, number one seed the last 2 years, and we've been in position and just haven't been able to, take advantage of it.
Sure.
But, he gives us that chance. And it's, I don't want to say the window's open, but I think as long as he's playing at the level he is, we have a realistic chance to win a world championship.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that stood out, too, especially from that 49ers game, even though it ended up being a loss, was how well that defense played. Oh, yeah. Right? And the defense, they didn't allow the 49ers to score a single touchdown, with their offense. So they didn't allow a single bit of that. On top of that, do you think that bringing all of those pieces back, because the only person that we lost on defense was Zadarius Smith, but
we basically missed him last year.
Barely played last year. Yeah. So you re-signed Rasul Douglas. You're extending Devondre Campbell, who had an all-pro season last year, and Jair Alexander will be back fully healthy.
Sure.
So do you think that going forward, maybe is there going to be kind of a shift in terms of, hey, maybe we'll be a run-heavy team with our great running backs and we'll be a strong defensive team? Oh, and by the way, we also have an MVP quarterback.
It's. I think I'm really excited about our defense going forward. We've got players, good, really all-pro or Pro Bowl level players at all three levels. When you have Aaron Rodgers, though, it's
he's not there to just hand the ball.
Yeah, and I've obviously with the with Devontae being traded away and MVS and Equinemius being leaving in free agency. I've heard from a lot of fans, what are we going to do?
I saw your Murphy Take 5, yeah.
Oh, you actually read that?
Oh, buddy, I saw it.
Well, I think we need to remain calm. There's quite a bit of time left before the first regular season game, and we realize we'll have to add receivers, and I know that Brian and Matt have been in discussions, and we're looking at options there, and The other nice thing, Aaron is such a special talent that he makes receivers. I think the saying is he throws them open. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and he has. I mean, obviously you need talent, but having a quarterback that plays at the level he does makes everybody look good.
It helps, yeah. I mean, you could take guys that are talented in themselves, but like you said, he can elevate that talent to be even more. And at the same time, we do have receivers on the team that do need to develop and they do need to step up and what have you. You have Aaron Rodgers, for example, who we drafted. So there's guys that are definitely on the team that can play. It's just we need to reload, if you will, at the wide receiver position.